Kusha Sambu, welcome to another edition of Lewi TAP Corona na Salone, na Radio Mount Aureol-CTN Africa College na Freetown. Join us with 14 partner radio stations, including the radio station where you listen to so, for bringing this program to you. Inside our last edition, we will focus on how the COVID-19 sick don't lead to violence against Pekin, now different community there. Inside today's edition, the program there about how the COVID-19 sick don't hamper the disabled people them na the country. Me now na presenter Bintu Mansare. Make we listen to this important public service announcement.
We shall overcome, we shall overcome. We shall overcome, we shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Say the lump for Kangoso.
You dey ask? Man, they go get a nice na beach.
Beach by then send ya?
What do you mean by? No bring can jump to me.
Wait ba, you know say coronavirus sick then at the country?
Corona done they done. You know see say now na half case that we dey get?
That's not mean say coronavirus done at the country oh. In fact, now we for be extra careful and do the things there very well body ministry and the salon government don't tell we for do so that we go be safe and not get the COVID-19 sick. We for start for go na place inside Boku people in there. Let Boku touch church and make sure say we dey wear with face mask. Wash we hand them fast and self go na government or any health center for do the COVID-19 test for make we go know we status.
Na true thing. I know they go not side safe again. I go make sure say I pass this message where you don't tell me to me come in them where we can go chill and encourage them for go do them COVID-19 test because well body na gentry. This na message where they come out from Radio Mount Aureol-CTN for the college campus na Freetown.
Come, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
The corona sick don't affect plenty people them in different way them. Plenty people believe say the one them where the sick and bulk pass smack one. Now the one that way master sabi people them they call physically challenged or disabled people them. Life always mourner for them people there, even before the corona sick come na the country. So when I look at how life turn like for the disabled people them, now that the corona sick, then na the country. For sake of that, I start na Freetown, usai Ishmael Sali Koma, we talk to Sal Lamini Raymond Kotokwi, one of the executive secretary for the National Commission for Persons with Disability.
Yeah, so like the livelihood of everybody don't be affected. So just come to think about people with disability. And make a quick for say this. When it comes to social distancing for people with disability, very difficult. One, as a blind person, you're not able to navigate your way around without aid. You now wheelchair user. Society we not able to push your wheelchair. It needs an assistant to do that for you. And deaf person, you're not able to communicate effectively without sign language interpreter. And for the deaf, it don't even become a bit complex where we use masks now. So, like some deaf people, because most of we know them for sign properly, or don't make able for communicate with deaf people, but you not go able for something like they do. When you talk to them, they read the lip. Like when you talk so, I go where I will talk to them, then the nose put here they talk, then they read me. But when I talk to you now, so I put marks on, they're not going for semi lips, so you don't get complete barrier. So we look at a way where we want to see them, we begin to train more people on sign language, we get the available forms to do that. And then what we also do as a commission, we partner with other partners then. We also get specific message because most of the message maybe they come off first. It not being inclusive. What I mean by that, it not be accessible. Now, if you tell somebody who use wheelchair, say just wash your hand, put on your mask, well and good. But in the instance, I use my wheelchair. I don't wash my hand, but already the wheelchair don't contact the virus. I can't touch her back. Although I be good the intention say I don't wash my hand, but actually the virus is on my wheelchair. So what we advise: wash your hand, wash your wheelchair. And then go further, all my way around when the people push your wheelchair, ask family wash your hand as well. The same with the blind person. If you use white cane, if you just wash your hand, you know what's the white cane, there is tendency for they catch the virus also. So what do they do? Wash your hand, wash the white cane, and then the guy will work out with you. Then instead of wash your hand, tell us he said go wash your hand. So that means you don't completely free. Then also on top of that, put on your mask. So mask up. Yeah. So don't even recently we give support to about 20 DPOs. They all don't make masks for the members.
What's in a DPO? What's in a DPO?
Disabled Persons Organization. Disabled Persons Organization we now disabled people and come together, they form up.
During this COVID-19, when I get other engagements apart from the fact that when I provide messages them to the disabled people.
Yes, because when remember the 2 lockdown then, the first lockdown government provide up to something like 5 billion across the country. You know, say because most of the disabled people they live there from hand to mouth. Go big and eat. So if I go sit down for 3 days, government will provide 250,000 leons per person for that 3 days, and also a bag of rice. But we after the first one, but could not be gone an emergency situation. But to be provide a list of some people in there because we can get procurement implications and all of that. So on the second one, we decide for fully rest because till you go procure the rest, it will cause unnecessary delay. So we also make sure say you are not being get that the first one, the second one everybody gets on.
That's Nasalamin Raymond Kotokwi, the Executive Secretary for the National Commission for Persons with Disability. I dey go now na the Eastern Part na Freetown for join me workmates na Radio Mount Aureol-CTN by Kaden Toure. As we talk to Alassane Merida Kamara, one physically challenged business and sportsman na Afrobe.
Well, for right now, especially the corona, we find things that are difficult. Things are not really easy because things are not go normal, especially for the disabled them. You don't say, we saw they do business, they carry this story. From the other this story, they not able to get talk to it. You don't see. So things not go normal for we find it difficult for right now, bro.
So how you go compare them before now where the corona not been there, now where the corona don't dey?
Well, for also the corona be there, things be normal because things bad say he said be normal will come, they will get set. But for right now the corona day, some of the pattern things of the car open, how the car open and so they lock. Some of the things really difficult, not really easy for right now. Bro.
So for now, I observe say a lot of people there where they do business, the government been trying to give them small money there. So in your case, as physically challenged people, what in are the message you go send to government with regarding the situation and for coming for the help?
Yes, people they actually for can register people they register few, they not register some people, but for they can register, le kuzo de se for be good alosa can not benefit from the registration. Yes, so the big papa governments for them go come, but for them to go assist one way or the other because things not really easy for right now. They find things difficult, especially with the disabled. But now this process now don't take us long career. You don't see after gonna we don't say take us long career. So the big papa government for the help you. Don't say not really easy for things as disabled. But again, not really easy. They find it difficult because support's not there. And the program they have now, government so the time could reach. They say money not there for the disabled. Don't see.
So now una almost in number who na they into this sport who na disabled them who they train at stadium.
For present now four. Now for the right now say disabled who they train at the national stadium as para.
Okay, how long una done the train and whose category were you there currently?
Well, I can body class now 50. I don't know for the balance one then. Don't say I the 3 years now so because I'm not the last man we can join. I meet other than before. The like of fish, cayman, with me and others then. But presently now for right now. But for right now the speed on lock will not get access for train to the stadium because of the COVID-19 issue.
So these are some of the ways that really COVID-19 will really affect you now because as you say now, as you say, we are not a good train again. So beside that one, the routes are the thing that we currently engage in.
Well, for this COVID-19 affects, we don't know access for what trainers say. I can't for the me money for do the business. Now, for the go that's Dixie corner. But present thing that you sell a go, sell steep, sell slow. Don't sell slow, and after gonna supply of the goods, you cannot get the money.
That's na Alassane Merida Kamara, a physically challenged business and sportsman Afrobe. Same way so, make we hear from some party disabled people them na the House of Jesus Disabled Home, na life with posting streets, na Central Freetown. Then we talk to my other workmates na Radio Mount Aureol-CTN, Mohamed Abu Conte.
My name is Sergio Komba. I'm a member of House of Jesus for the Disabled. It really affects me because the past level when they live with this corona time, it look different because what you do, people are hoping they come near we, they know they come near we again. People are who say when they go near, we know they go near they again. So then they bring constraint to we. They find it difficult for even get to survival because people are hoping they come close we, they know they come close we. And whoever they go close them. So we left them really it is at risk. Paso qui left Sudan at home, they come with one plastic rest. Can't give we follow go survive.
Look at the effects now economically. How this don't affect you now? How now they manage for upkeeping our livelihood?
Economically, we are out of that because we do. Even the Friday, they go na street follow go big. Low go on too much. That then chance then they all don't block. As soon as they go inside the shop, you meet the person they tell you say sell no day. So they find it difficult for survivor right now.
So looking at the impact wise, how does not affect you now going forward?
Well, it don't affect we in the way that even sickness come away. We know the men we serve at the end of the day. We not get medical facility, no nothing. So it affects you picking it affects. We women that will get down to we the disabled it affects me.
So if they send message to the government in relation to this fight against this corona outbreak, and especially the challenges one are the face and the impact how this COVID affects now, what's going to be message?
Well, the message to the government of Sierra Leone, we appeal to the government of Sierra Leone that the disabled people they really suffer. Let them take a case very serious. The past government, yes, them been the try to do the young. But we expect this government to let them say who can do what in past the past government been to do. Where less where people know they consider we appeal to the government that let them try for consider we as disabled people in this country. Because without government not put on to we are nowhere. My name is Nathaniel Vandy. And now it's easy for we right now. Forget we daily bread, it's not easy for we. They decided we daily door. And not funny for we back again as soon as be for live day. So I did also talk to Mr. Excellency that the Solat NGO there in this country. But don't forget about disability. When they take disability issue. Disability is not inability. You know about yourself tomorrow, you don't for him. So this time there, Mr. Excellency, don't forget about we.
My name is Sherry. They feel difficult, right now, it's difficult for me.
How you manage for keeping yourself in terms of livelihood?
Right now, but that means prepare to again. Because today, they can't want me brother. So me now bought less, no more they bought less for waiting to say. They say all let bigger. How will let bigger? Where they don't support.
So what's going to be your message for the government? Being that's why they face the challenges there right now.
Me waiting a message to the government, salon government, not to everybody, no more minister now, not to president one girl. Minister now, honorable. What's in a big mind in this country, you get money. Like my brother say, disability, you know the pass for disability. Disability now for all man, a general award now for everybody. Let them put up for this with disability. Let them let them for overlook we. Let them let for overlook we in the society.
That's not some disabled people them. Now the House of Jesus Disabled Home, like with posting streets na Central Freetown. From Freetown at the western area urban district, and they go na Kailaun na the far east of the country. Usai Momo Obama Sise, where they work na SLBC na Kailaun, been talk to Selu in Jawa, when na the chairman for the Sierra Leone Union on disability issues Kailaun district.
We as persons with disability inside Kailaun district, the COVID-19 we don't carry back because all the activities that will be supposed to do like lockdown, where government we don't put, a district lockdown, all day lockdown that we don't carry go backward. Where you don't make this persons with disability in this part of the country, we not go able for even do anything now we live.
So you talk about backwardness. How una be dey get una sustenance, especially when you talk about then lockdowns and where government be put?
For persons with disability in this part of the country, we tell the government thank you because during the lockdown, then 2 lockdown where government be out in this country, it be make sure say the first lockdown they be give 1 bag of rice with 200,000. The second lockdown they give 250, and but not on understanding. And we serve as persons with disability, we picking the way they go school, a lot of issues that be there where we picking them, we don't sit down, we know they go school, we sisters, then the persons with disability, we serve, we don't care, we backward, and a lot of development where government be they send donors, if we don't go back the world, where we know the benefit from this part of the country.
So you talk about sustainability, what in like una be done they do so far as people were physically challenged?
The sustainability way they talk about, we not be they get even money for even move business, not be run the one that they disable them way that they do business, they not the business they don't spoil, the one the way that they go school, they be sit down, and that don't make even persons with disability in this part of the country no project, not the way government be don't give we as the disabled people in this part of the country for let with still we live.
So we support una the give now for this fete here because a lot of impacts and on the in una life.
Yeah, we said they go all out to they go na chiefdoms to chiefdoms, section to sections. We dig over for make sure say we do sensitization on behalf of persons with disability so that we self go evolve partly because now a lockdown where government be don't put this COVID-19 where we don't can this country, if we don't carry backward. So we self involve into the sensitization where government be don't do with the work with Minica team for make sure say we do massive sensitization now the district so that persons with disability will know say COVID-19 is real.
Quoting at the position of una the physically challenged persons in this part of the country in terms of development?
I would say 0% because we're not going to get any help from donor for even the government for now because if they talk about this cash transfer where government they talk about them onto this stand in on standing we're not going to get anything about them. We talk to government for any means or say this cash transfer where they talk about let them try for move with them so that persons with disability go able to get that small money for begin move with them so that the school door open and where school door open a lot of things then did where we go buy book we go buy back, although government they pay school fees for persons with disability 100%. But if you look into them, we not go get money for buy book, for buy uniform, shoes. So with the help of government, for let government look into that so that cash transfer go able for move with so that we go able to do small business then for the improve we life.
One unique thing but persons with disability in Kailan district now that we are not the day in a street for big like how other districts and they do. But one go on for ask how then people here they live and how this don't they come into the process of the COVID-19.
Yeah, thank you very much. A lot of people, persons with disabilities, don't on our host now. Where they don't move, they don't go no side, and that don't make they drop out of persons with disability in this part of the country. For let we get we live in it very hard. For let we move it very hard because they drop out. It don't make it, we as persons with disability in this part of the country. It more now for let we get we live in because with people that they come for help, we they say don't be they come again. Most of the time they sit down for us until they see the COVID done, then that don't happen. Where we know they get any living, any help from government, even local council.
So as we talk, what are the status of physically challenged people in this part?
Well, it's very poor for now because not they tell government for let intervene so that it will able to help disabled people in this part of the country.
That's Aselu Jaiwa, Chairman for the Sierra Leone Union on Disability Issues, Kailan District. From Kailan at the Eastern Region, and the Gonabont Districts at the Southern Region, Usai Jonathan Umaru, the station manager Nanjange Radio Nalwawan Jong, been talked to Ansu Kebi, the chairperson for the Sierra Leone Union on Disability Issues, Bont District.
Because the way how this corona comes, they are about with too much with the disabled people in this district. Because the time we this COVID not come, we depend we live there, because we not blaspheme people that we get, but people that we not disabled people in this district. But when this corona can now, they try too much the continuous way they go on because they know this get the living way they fend, they don't go able to buy again. So I'm more hamburger in this community. We did it now.
So you as chairman, what like you do for reach out to the organizations them who now can work for CC like themselves coming for Epuna?
I tell Master thank you because we left now this district. One family people come, it train me because the time we the COVID come, the people that we then did to we are they don't can learn with you how we will able to control self. But one family people they can't train we back go train with people that are this community we would do. how them go able to control themselves with this COVID wey don't come.
So how the people then where you work with, your colleagues there, how the compliance be there? For sake of the train owner, you self let go train there. How they may they cooperate?
Thanks to God, because hence no more na me go na the community. We are called meeting no more the candy. Because we got them back we then call Amidu Matan. They back there no go surround the village there. They go train with people there. So we will go there, they come to we back talk to them. Fine. So now that do we do. Then back they complete.
So it's not be the challenge they won't be the face as people that will physically challenge inside this COVID-19 year so coronavirus.
No, the challenge is too much because we the disabled people then we know we live no more by we say because the district we did with the spring day. We back the team we will go find, we don't follow we go find at the community. Now we live farm. But where the COVID can now, we not go able to go find we live in. So we are too much with picking there. We will get now with community because we get disabled people then back with them born picking them all dinner together with the strain too much in this area where we dey born district.
Any organization come inside for help now because what you say una be they do una not be able to get chance for do them again. But somebody go on like for no it's not some party things there una be they do and we coronavirus can one and able like for do them thing there again. What's not some party thing there?
No, we get beaucoup thing there we do now we community because we get people that we will learn blacksmithing, we get theory then. We get weather, we get people in back where they do weaving. We get beaucoup community, we get women in back where they can make soup making. So now that we do now this community, we cook in Hamburg, we know we go drive with the street also.
What's generally you go like for sorry health organization them for sicker on a condition now the district as physically challenged people there.
So we be our government help you because we the disabled people in Naya, we not get it on place. Because so we want to disabled people and the way they in this community, who say they don't fit they because then they pay people in a host, they don't go to brush the grass, we then sit down at the place and talk for them. So we want place who say disabled people and go there. So now right now me the criteria the government they help you with that.
That's na Ansu Kebi, chairperson for the Sierra Union on Disability Issues Bronx District. Make a olunaya small and take a short music break.
COVID-19, COVID-19, Nakila, COVID-19, Corona killing everywhere. Salon rise up, together as one, rise up. Let we stop this spread of Corona, coronavirus, Nakila. We all stay together, we all go better. Coronavirus, Nakila. Everybody you say no to politics, let we all better. Coronavirus, Nakila. Immigration officer Jack, I say. Coronavirus, Nakila. It don't kill possible, Nakila. It don't possible, Nakila. It don't spread possible, Nakila. It don't kill possible, Nakila. It don't kill possible, COVID-19, COVID-19, Nakila, COVID-19, COVID-19, Nakila. Coronavirus quick for spread, and this is how it can spread. If you shake hands with an infected person, you go get them, yeah. If you touch anything, we get them. You don't catch them, yeah. When you touch the virus, you don't contaminate your hand. If you don't wash your hand before you touch your face, you go get them, mama. If you don't sanitize your hand before you touch your nose, you go get them, papa. If you don't wash your hand before you touch your eye, you go get them, sister. If you don't sanitize your hand before you touch your mouth, you go get them, brother. What do we for do? Wash we hand with soap and water. We all for wash we hand. Corona they pass. Sanitize we hand. We for always sanitize we hand. If just say coronavirus, Nakila. We all stay together. We all for better. Coronavirus, Nakila. Everybody you say no to politics, let we all better. Coronavirus, Nakila. Immigration officer Jack, I say. Coronavirus, Nakila. It don't kill possible, Nakila. It don't possible, Nakila. It don't spread possible, Nakila. It don't kill possible, Nakila. It don't kill possible, COVID-19, COVID-19, Nakila, COVID-19, COVID-19, Nakila. These are the signs and symptoms of COVID-19. And you go to cough, you go get fever, your body go tired, you go to breathe like would I get asthma.
segment of the program, let we tap Corona na Salone. Members say na Radio Mount Aureol-CTN Afrabe College na Freetown. Join in with 14 partner radio stations, including the radio station where they listen to so, for bring come this program to you. This edition will continue for look outside the corona sick, don't unbug disabled people them na the country. Me now na presenter, Bintu Mansare. Make we listen to this important message.
Mi fambule munakushe. Mi name na Sawahid, a popular musician, a singer and a songwriter. And I get very important message for una. I know say we all don't hear about this new sickness wey they call COVID-19, when the coronavirus they pass out. I know say some pa una go still dey in doubt, but Papa government don't make am clear to we all say the sickness e dey and it don't come inside salon. So now we no more for do something about that. The COVID-19 sickness they waka and it spread fast. But cool people we don't get this sick, just sick small and then well. But it can bad off for other people them. This sickness they pass from one person to other person. Where the water, where they come up and person we get the sickness, cough, sneeze, spit or blow, touch some side, and you go touch that same side day, and use that same hand day for play with your mouth, nose or your eye, where you know wash you hand with soap and water or use sanitizer. Wetin dey worry we pass all thing. Now we person we get this sick can look strong and well and go dey pass on to other people them e not even know safe. Even you safe. If you not get any sign yet, we boku them can be fever or you just tire or dry cough or you not sick at all. You self can get this sickness and you dey pass on to other people them. Even to the one them where you like, you safe no know. So dear, make we follow Papa government advice for dinner we host them, or make sure say we keep far from other people them if we get important thing for go do not treat. Protect yourself, protect the one them where you like, even the one them within your community. Just like how me and my wife they protect ourselves, we picking them and all man where they near we. Make them believe say COVID-19 day and e real. So now we no more now for tinap tranga one for fet this sick for make it tap na salon.
This message they come to you from BBC Media Action and UK aid from the UK government to the IGA project Gidi Kopo.
Make I continue the program na Potloko district na the northwest. For also hearing from Manso Bangura, the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone Union on Disability Issues Potloko District, and Seth na the Secretary General for the Integrated Welfare Society for Disabled Persons na Potloko. And we talk to Alaji Sanko when they work na Radio Banka Soka na Potloko City.
Actually, the COVID-19 it gets boku ways that we don't affect disability. But the main one I think say the most paramount and now we get for the livelihood. What I mean by this and that the support for the disabled person in life they continue, like how forgetting for it. One of the major side way COVID-19 can affect disability. This way, there are some people and they will not disabled people and they get at least small business when they do at their corner. We at least they get small way they take for support themselves and their family. But when the corona comes, they say then lockdown. They say person up or move, person up or do this, person up or go get that. They have a business and they what they do. It don't because they get for to survive. So that's what they get. Don't eat and then right now they know they get other way for do business because the capital not there now. Then also maybe you disabled, but while they support you, not businessman or you go work or you go do somewhere. When the corona can, they say people are for sit down, jobs are not there. The one we forget where they give you know get time. Obviously you disabled don't suffer that side there. So in different way, the disabled people don't get them problem here. You can see on one side, people that they can't sometimes they can't do business, but because they see people don't get that, some man don't even can't say or can buy business to you. So they sew in your bags, so they sew uniforms, so they sew clothes with us on the tailor. Well, occasion can day, they can get job, but during the time when they say gathering out for day, occasion not day, so personally you can't for cancel clothes. All man they look for it, they pay for let it. So as a way. This thing don't affect the disabled people. Plenty one. One good sign number one thing say good now this part of the country, even though Corona affects Port Loko district as a whole, but unable to get any somebody who they say this is disabled somebody, it don't be a Corona positive. And able to hear that one day. So I think that side is good because disabled people they know they move, they know they associate so no more. So it's not easy for them to get the sick. So I think when I say for them almost sit down, let you not get the sick, then they will not be getting much problem with disabled people. But all the thing for like let them survive, and not be the problem. Like which I don't see. I think so far now one of the main things that affect the disabled people where because of business now they like now when school don't open. Some they not able to get away for let them send them picking in a school because they not get capital again for say who afford again for buy school requirements for let picking go school. So now one of the some of the things that I do I think say it don't affect the disabled people in this part of the district.
So how have we done the cope with all with you talk show?
Well, actually, I want to say thanks to government, NAXA, where they can give small cash transfer to the people in this part of the country, where they can force and give 250,000 with a half bag rest. Then they come back and the second time they give another 250,000 and they have bag rest again. So that one day, the few of the disabled people that will be benefit from that one day, it help them small. Although you know enough, but we really get for tell government thank you and the NAXA way them to make that thing possible.
That's Namanso Bangura, the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone Union on Disability Issues, Port Loko District, and served the Secretary General for the Integrated Welfare Society for Disabled Persons na Port Loko. From Port Loko na the northwest, I go na the north, and at the start na Bombali District, who are the Vice Chairman for the Polio Persons Development Association and Secretary General for the Bombali District Coalition on Disability, when Suleiman Kamara been talked to Emil Django.
Well, Emil, in fact, in terms of the impact, we get negative and positive impact. Well, let's start first with the negative impact, because when you hear about COVID, it don't claim a lot of lives. Now, the international world and we, na Sierra Leone. So, to me, the negative part of it is that as persons living with disability, first, who side this thing also don't struck, so to be precise, I find out say most of who don't know the way they did. Now they know say nothing to we. Will be say we depend on them. So more so again, you read about what the precautionary methods them. For say, you know, for come closer, if for always wash your hand, if for me. So these are difficult things them. Now, forget a living, it's not easy for a physically challenged person. Because of why, in terms of what you get for do for them, you earn a living, for support you picking them, or for support yourself. It's very difficult. Because the one day when they help with anything and they not get any way for send funds them to we, for them will live happily. Even you self, where you, like I've been telling you, say the difficulty for accessibility, sometimes you go need somebody for popo you, somebody for push you, now a pet, all in a contact. So some of them think they are so very, very much challenging. Some people don't go endeavor for do them kind of thing, for them to go get a contact so that you go involved, forget this particular thing what we call COVID, when a killer virus. Coming to the positive part of it, well, we don't know for say, yes, there are challenges also in the government for support we. So we decide for get what you call as village savings and loan scheme, where we able for save 1 cent at the end of the day, way months done, we get certain makes extend 3 months, 4 months, we they save them money then they. But we get one beautiful thing about it, we get what you call social fund. That way they go every the way you choke, you come and say, well, they're learning me this first. You go do that because that issue of street begging, now you want for discourage because you don't get dignity to anybody. So that thing the thing way we they try for galvanize now, where they try for impact to some of we brothers they way in the rural setting.
Let's go back to the issue of earning una living, especially una livelihood. How the COVID affects that one day and how una they cope with that?
If you go to the polio camp, you go find out we get a lot of skills training components. We get the tailoring, we get the carpentry, we get the shoemaking, we get the soap making, we get the bakery, even the auto mechanics. We start they do some of them television, phone business. But it go really interesting for no say during this COVID also. People they know they come to we for bring a job because of why the situation and the way how they get with materials them in terms of tailoring. People then they go choose say where they church me that kind way they. So a lot of hiccups they come for how they earn we living.
That na Sulaiman Kamara, the Vice Chairperson for Polio Persons Development Association and Self-Secretary General for the Bombali District Coalition on Disability. For end the program, make a reach out on Kolili District inside the same northern region, Usai Saidu Mahmoud Ba, the station manager for Radio Bonkelenke na Yele, been talked to Idrissa Kamara when at school picking, na the 7th-day Adventist Senior Secondary School na Yele Tong na Tonkolili District.
The challenge then we don facing. One, government no evil everywhere they are Israeli yasu. Any program where they count. Before they help with na money they take, they still give back. The challenge they boku as disabled. I no get usa they go for go spend money, I no get work as disabled.
But during this corona period, government self be they go and help people them. I don't know. They contact Sunana Ileya, Bonkolenken, or una benefit anything from government or any other institution as far as this corona period is concerned?
No benefit no day. As from now I dey talk to.
No government help or NGO help, no touching her.
No government, no NGO.
So how about the school where you be dey attend, during this corona period before una was exams? You be facing any challenge during that period?
Yes, I dey facing. For example, try the way the corona be dey effectively. They open classes there and we be the attend that classes there. Because I always try for protect myself, for wear these face masks, for avoid body contact. As any time we are going to school, the bucket they if for wash your hands before they enter na school.
Okay, but how people can see you? How people they interact with you na your community where you dey? Because some other areas where somebody dey with disability, some man not want for come near them, some man not want for talk to them. How about you? You facing anything?
Yes, I dey facing that area dey because they always try for discriminatory. And me own, I believe in God, not to me make myself. If you discriminate me, na God na make me. Now that's why I dey always take me book, encourage myself as disabled.
So how you dey survive presently? How you dey get you daily bread where like pot go boil na oats or you eat per day?
Me mama na farmer and as Dodon Kliso, I dey follow me mama na farm. The alpha folk then where I able for go do, I do go do am. For example, now na cut rest. The one rest where they go and cut, na that rest they would cook for make we get with daily bread.
So apart from the farm work, no other means, no the way they survive with the family.
I no get time.
So like, what are your hopes now for the results or the educational area or your future? What is the hope?
Me, I dey appeal to the government. If God make me I pass this exam year, I want let them help me for make I achieve. For make I get my future, me back lab blue, for make I be somebody in this nation.
Get any message to the organizations where they deal with disabled people them, like we una not join, none not the under none of the organizations in it.
Well, I just appeal no more now to the government, NGO, non-government organization for make let they try for can help we disabled inside the town as Bonkolenken. I want let them help we because they don't try for full week. Anytime they say disabled program they come.
That's na Idrissa Kamara, one school picking at the 7th-day Adventist Senior Secondary School, na Tong inside Tonkolili. Still inside Tonkolili, but this time na my light you want Tong. James Kooma, one disabled person, self been talked to Ibrahim Conte, where they work na Radio Baft.
Na petty trading like a cigarettes, sugar, Maggi, with other things then we at sell.
You know somebody where they work out this personal energy transport when at this pet and you get some physically challenged system within you. You decide for do this kind of business, decide for go na street for big like you confident. Why you decide for do this kind of business?
Well, where they sell, then my business you go small, then my wife and self they do the same business. I prefer than for go out for going big. At times where you come out for going big, for try get 10,000 loans or 5,000 loans, not easy. But where at times I can sit down me with my woman, they do that small business, they get small thing where they live, where they eat, me with him picking there. Then make I prefer for sit down than for go out for go and pass.
You go tell me what are the difference between the business way they do right now, but this kind of situation where you do in this corona and the time where the corona not been in the country?
Yes, difference there because the time where the corona not be there, I mean they move go like them go some picking and they but right now chance no dey what you do this lockdown more chance no dey for make a move. But first time where I can move, if I not get chance for get like Nanchuan, if I'm moving there out, I can go there, take transport go there. But from that time chance no dey, none of the difference. More on the transport.
Now that the lockdown then done and people then they move now from one place to the other and you deal with this kind of situation where you get some disability in you. The business way they do, the corona gets anything way it don't affect them?
It affect greatly because where they buy something cheap and the more they get small thing where they live. But all things don't there, then things so all work also where they do the business. Then there now, cigarettes there, diamond there, biscuits there, all things where they sell don't there. The profit where they get now, small but how to do. Customer manage, like get routine and they eat.
So you've been talking say you get a family where they take care of, even where you dip on this kind of situation. So almost speaking the way you get.
I get 6 speaking there. The one they presently with me. Now 4. The 2 then they out.
Out the who side then they?
Then they out. They know they with me presently. Okay. Some they didn't one, but no they inside me. I take care of her.
Okay, so you get other family members that will help you take care of them.
Yes.
So how you they manage with them picking the way currently they with you? How you they manage life with them?
Once in a while, where I not be physically challenged, where I be get small thing at the hand, one do I be the help. Example, at times where I can come, I can show them my own problem there. They help me because they're on and then at school, the one they do nursing, the one they class 5, the other one they class 6. So they can come, I can tell them my own problem. Now they more than can help me, they can't see any. But for me, no more now for see that small business, what they do. Now they put them at school now. See, pass me family and then they help me small.
That's James Koma, one disabled person by 91 inside on Kolili district. Now also this edition of the program go tap. Members in Radio Mount Aureol-CTN Afrabe College in Freetown. Join on with 14 partner radio stations, including the radio station where they listen to so, for bringing come this program to you. Until we meet again for the next edition, now we not forget say the corona sick down among these disabled people them pass mark and they need help. Take it to my production team. We assistant producer Nabin Victoria Musu Conte. We producer na Ahmed Musa. We senior producer na Musa Baisise. And we executive producer na Jen Zambalevi. Me now na presenter, Bintu Mansari, this is Tata.
For you. Corona now they picking all they watch first. Let me tell you the truth. Say mama, tell them stop social distancing, now they keep passing. So let me hurry up. Take the possession, take them up. Corona no limba, enough to be